Hello and welcome to the Neville Richards Premier League review show for round 11, preview show for round 12, joined as always by Matty Milne. G'day, Missile. Bigfoot.
Hello, Hazy. How are you, mate?
Good. Geez, you got a couple last week.
I didn't miss with a few, and a couple were off me too. But by and large, the majority took it the way it was intended, with a bit of humour.
Yeah, did pretty well. Geez, I thought Marion Keskinen was going to get up here for the rant.
Yeah, well, I actually thought when I spoke to her earlier in the week, she was all good, and that was because she hadn't seen it. So then she come in the next day and made a beeline for me. But you know, Marion, I reckon you might be in for something again this week too.
Now, Matty, we've moved into unusual headquarters here to record this week's show. It's just getting a bit tense. We thought we should hide away a little bit. It's really starting to sort of amp up.
Yeah, we need to hide it. Like I've even noticed, Hazy, no refreshments either today. Oh. You're on your little health kick, so obviously forgot about old mate over here who likes one. But yeah, we are here Sunday lunchtime doing the video. You're unavailable tomorrow, out of action, so we'll get it done now. But what a day yesterday. The weather was horrible. It was shocking. A lot of players pulled the pin. PM players had the best of it. But all of you who played, you were courageous, just like the Hawthorn Football Club yesterday. Just courageous there. Yourself, you were in the morning, then just did a little cancellation and then rebook in the afternoon, which was good. But for the ones who didn't turn up, shame on you all. Especially Digger James, Drayton medalist Peter O'Neill.
He didn't miss again, did he?
Missed again.
Oh. Hey.
Marion Keskinen. But the one who missed, who you would think would have played, was the big, strong plumber, Mickey McNeil.
Surely he turned up. I mean, he's strapping. He can push his way through any crisis.
Works in water and shit all week. Then he couldn't turn up to play golf. There was a text message banter there, and he did say that he was up at Yarrawonga on a golf trip and was going to send some photos through. So I thought, okay, that's fair enough if you're away. But no, he was at home under his blankie on the couch.
Oh, poor little Mickey.
Yeah, so Mickey, no good.
There is a crisis developing in the league though, Matty.
Okay, I haven't heard this.
Well, we've had some interest from further afield, to join the competition and.
Okay. What, we're going to create a new team?
Well, there's heat on to get a promotion relegation thing, and
okay. I see where this is going.
There's a lot of heat coming on a specific team called the Goblins.
Yeah. Well, Saturday was a new low.
Oh,
3 players they had.
And I watched Justin McGrath play, just plying his trade beautifully, and was very. He was free and easy without tickle.
Yeah.
He looked very good without that sort of, the leech attached to him.
Well, Tickle went away on a golf trip to Yarrawonga the week before, was able to play up there, but no, couldn't play here. Maybe weather conditions again. I'm not sure. I thought he was strong as well, but.
So I'll give Justin a pass, a really nice score of 35, and it took a lot of talent yesterday to have 25 points. We'll come to that later, I'm sure, unfortunately. Steve Evans. But I'm not sure about Neil Keskinen.
No, you're not sure what happened to his score. Nothing was submitted there. So he turned up and played, but their team just were no-shows.
3 Goblins. Biak is interested, but I'm not sure we want to do it.
No, I wouldn't be. No, I reckon that'd be too good for the Goblins.
Sorry to Biak too. Anyway, we'll get to the results. In fact, we'll push on to, it wasn't a foregone conclusion, but aside from the Goblins match, which was, this turned out to be the biggest blowout of the day. It was the Bullies pretty soundly beating the Peakers in the end. It
was, yeah. So with Saturday's game, with it being a par competition, your scores are converted to Stableford under the handicapping system. So how that works is that there's 36 is just added to your par score on the day. So for instance, if you did have -4, you would have been allocated 32 points. If you had +3, you would have had 39. Or in Stan Maskell's case, -12 equals 24 points. At least you finished, Stan, not like your wife who pulled out in the morning. But so that's how the scores are calculated. But yeah, the Bullies, 201, defeated the Peakers, 183. Bullies win the Callaway Golf Balls again for the 2nd week in a row. Top scoring team, only team to score 200 on Saturday, which was a great effort. With the Peakers score of 183, that eliminates them from the survivor component of the event. So In Team Survivor, we've got 4 clubs left, which is the Bullies, the Hookers, the Pirates and the Tornadoes. So Peakers out with their score of 183, but the Bullies had 12 players, the Peakers had 8. For the Bullies, the ever consistent Phil Stevens, 36, Rossi Morland, 36, Coop McMurrich, 35, Richie West, 33, Johnny Wooten, 31, and then there was accounted scores on 30, which is great in those conditions, which was Rob Casey, Sean Rodwell, Bill Archer and Kev Hudson. Welcome back to the scoring, Kev.
Nice.
While the Peakers, Yvonne Casey was the best with 35, Chris Dodds, 31, Lloyd Shepherd, Recometer, lifted, 31, Flange had 29, as well as David Milne, 29, and Murray Wiley, 28. But the Bullies, too big, too strong. They had 9 of the 10 completed scores over 30. Judy said Jackie Rowe didn't submit a score, pulled out due to conditions. You may ask who the loser was that didn't reach the 30-point mark. I'll get to that shortly for the Bullies, but Bullies had 4 AM players who braved the elements. Peakers had 2. Good to see Coop McMurrich, 2 good ones in a row. Yvonne, you can hold your head high, but no team members here had under 25, which is surprising in those conditions. But we do have an honourable mention of 25 for yours truly.
Well, I wish it was yours truly. It's yours truly. I'm just thankful, Matty, that the scoring system permits to add 36 to your pass score, because if that was Stableford, I might not have made 20.
Really?
It wasn't pretty, but I was playing under the threat of physical violence from Phil Stevens, who's, we've mentioned Scuba being the sort of chairman and the boss with mirrors in the Pirates department. Phil Stevens becoming very tyrannical at the top of the Bullies chain.
He is. He's getting into that, not quite at the nuffy stage, but he's getting close.
Oh, he's edging. He's charging towards that, I reckon.
But 25?
25.
Pulled out in the morning, come back and played in the afternoon.
Yeah, look, as grim as 25 sounds, it's going to save me a lot of grief in this video that I actually turned up.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the way
I was a bit concerned when you sent me those text messages, but no, good effort. You get the 2 balls. Jen Edmondson, it cost you $50 for him to play again, and he didn't contribute 1 iota. Good investment.
Thanks for the balls.
Well done to Feed Me Bellarine.
Yeah. So the second match, Matty, is unfortunately, this won't take too long because the Goblins were atrocious. We haven't even got a score recorded for them. The Hookers, a really nice performance, 196.
Yes, 196, and the Goblins, they get 182, which is 1 point below the lowest scoring team. So, loss. Hookers, 10 players, Goblins had the 3. For the Hookers, Jeff Evans, he was another one, withdrew from the morning, redid the afternoon, 37, well done Jeff. Neil Ryan, 35, Richie House, 33, Jilly Barker, 31, and Ken Latter and Peter Vogel greeted the scorers with 30. As you mentioned, Juzzy McGrath, 35 for the Goblins, and Steve Evans, 25, but that's pretty much irrelevant from that perspective. But well done to you 2 for turning up. At least you showed more heart than your team members. But yeah, the Hookers had it won at 8 AM.
Is that the earliest
that
call?
was the earliest call. It was looking
Yeah.
problematic from there on. Jeff Evans, as I said, showed some strong intentional fortitude, turned up, and his 37 points actually earns him the Travis Matthews shirt this week as the best score.
Great round.
We don't have much to report because it was pretty much a non-event. Under 25s, no one again, which is surprising in those conditions, but that could be a little bit to do with the way the scoring is when we do play par. But good to see Ladder and Vogel have a counted score this week, even though you won easily.
Yes. Now the third match we want to review, Matt, is an absolute classic, as it turned out, between the Tornadoes and the Crusaders. Now, it had a lot going on with ramifications for the 4 as well.
It did, and it was a tie. What's that? That's about our 3rd or 4th tie this year.
That's our 3rd tie.
Yeah, the Tornadoes have been involved in 2 of them. It was 189 apiece. Tornadoes had 10 players, the Crusaders had 7. For the Tornadoes, Norma Vogel, 33. Biscuits Arnott,
Yeah, he's lifted.
33. He mentioned he wasn't going to play, but after his grilling, he decided to turn up. Bernie Reid, 32. Ando Wooten, 31. And Scotty Hopgood and Stu Madden, 30. While for the Crusaders...
How many did Stu Madden have?
Stu Madden had 30.
Jeez, he talked a big game out there.
Did he?
Oof.
Was he? He was talking it up and didn't put nothing out there. The Milkman, 35.
Woo!
Chris James, 33.
He's on fire. He's on fire.
Yeah, hope he doesn't get his golf cart bogged again. Trevor Thompson, 32. Dean Jeffrey, 31. Cliffy McCorkle, 31. And Bobby Gibbs, 27. As I said, it's another tie. Good effort for the undermanned Crusaders to get the draw. Yeah. It was evenly poised throughout when Tornadoes, Norma, Biscuits and Bernie Reid all had those counted scores, and it was left to the last two Crusaders on course with Dino and Bull Thompson, two fill-in players.
That's right.
Bull came in with 32, Dino came in with 31, and that was enough to secure the draw. Who cost their team victory? Let's go through this. Biscuits.
Oh, you can't bake him now, pardon the pun.
The last 9 holes.
Oh, no.
Your last 9 you played, you wiped 2, 3, 4, and 6. Warren Stevenson. Your last 9 holes, you wiped 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. You play off 6, you chop chop. The Crusaders, Bull Thompson, you wiped your last hole. Dino, your last 9 holes you played, you wiped 2, 3, 4, and 7. And maybe the biggest gasper and choke of all was from the highest scoring player in the match, the Milkman. Again.
You're not going to bake him as
the
well.
The Milkman played in the morning, the worst of the conditions, dominating all day. He was in the pluses, +2 standing on the 16th tee. And what did he do? He did a Julie Milne. He started getting ahead of himself, started to thinking about the triangle. Oh, I'm going to get a tailor-made shirt. Don't worry, Joel, they won't fit you. But what did he do, Hazy? He wiped 16, 17, and 18.
I can't believe you're potting the Milkman and Biscuits again.
But worse than that, he also wiped 1, 5, 7, and 8.
Oh, wow.
He's finished 1 down. Joel, you could have been a star, but good round otherwise.
Could have had 45 by the sound of it.
I didn't realise the mental disintegration of the triangle is having that much of an effect on you, but
wow.
You cost your team victory. For the Crusaders, under 25s, Stan Maskell did complete those Stan. Tornadoes, none.
Oh.
So, how's the under 25s? But yeah, a tie.
Wow. Controversial from you there. I thought you'd give him a bit of love for coming back.
Well, it was strong by Joel. He's been blazing his teammates all the last month, and then he had the chance to stand up and be strong, but he wilted like his Bombers.
All right, so we move on to what was another genuinely classic match in the Neville Richards Premier League. A lot of pressure building on the Pirates. We will come to that in a second, Matty, but it was an epic between the Pirates and the 20-acre Warriors.
Yeah, Pirates. I tipped the Warriors last week, and God, they were stiff. Warriors 193, lost to the Pirates 195. Pirates had 10 players, Warriors had 8. For the Pirates, Mirrors Heaton 36. Lee McMuffin 35.
Well
Johnny
done.
Powell 33. John Bowman 32. Jerry Ravman 30. And then Lynn Kirby, Dennis Wood 29. While the Warriors, Rob Moorcroft 35. Grant Peacock 34. Julie Milne 33. Cam O'Keefe 32. The Italian stallion DeFazio had 31. Has got a new script too.
Has he really?
Yes.
Is it still the Italian stuff?
Yes, he moved from the morning because he was still a bit firm when he got up, and he needed to wait till he was warmed up a little bit, so he played the afternoon as well. And then Noel Pike on 28. But God, as I said, the Warriors were stiff. They only had the 8 players. 2 players actually had to leave mid-round.
Yeah.
They had things come up and had to leave, so they failed to submit a score, which meant they only had 6 players to count scores. And they've been beaten by 2, and that was against the much vaunted team of the Flog Street Pirates. It could have gone either way, and it was left to the last players on the course.
Ooh.
And the Warriors could have snatched victory, and it was left to Noel Pike. Unfortunately, he needed to have 31, and he was travelling good. He was. And then he hit the back 9.
Oh, Pikey.
And he's wiped 11, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17.
Oh,
Finished with 28 points and they lost by 2.
Oh no, I feel for you. Would have been you would have had the whole club cheering you home too.
I know. I was riding him home hard too. Under 25s, Sue Gregory returning. She hasn't found her form prior to her amputation of her foot. 20 points, which equates to -16 in par.
Did she win the nearest the pin on the 5th?
No, she didn't. She might have been on it, but she didn't win it. No.
Okay.
So Sue, I'm holding faith with you. You will lift. You will fire, and you will surprise the Pirates.
Well, talking about the Pirates, Matty, I've got my concerns. I mean, we saw last year it didn't pan out well in the finals. I think there's a bit of pressure coming on.
I just want to say that you played with a
I
couple of them on Saturday.
I did. I played with Scuba, Chairman Scuba.
Is it like vomiting type thing when they play?
Well, he's got messages and he's got teammates and it's all happening around him. It's like a vortex of piracy.
How can he focus on his game if he's doing that? Like he had 28 on Saturday, didn't count score.
No, look, look. This is an example. The chairman called the captain over mirrors.
Oh, from another fairway.
From another fairway, and had a conflab mid-round.
Right.
Like it's extraordinary. Like the tension's building. I really think that as the finals approach, they're getting nervy. They're getting jittery within. I mean, they took a long time to put away effectively a 6-man Warriors outfit, 6-person Warriors outfit. And they put so much pressure on John Bowman as a replacement that this is what happened. The pressure built up and boom! Have a look at this. Exploded. Like the pressure just blew the ex-presidente's coat apart. Like it was just that tension coming up. And worse, Matty, is this is the thing that I've seen in the Solo-mobile, Scuba's car out there, and it is a car.
Mm-hmm. Look
Look at the pedals here on this picture. Stop and go on the brake and the accelerator. It has to be told what to do.
Yeah, shows the intellect of the man, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really discerning. If that's
a custom part of the pedals that he had done too.
If that's what's in charge of the Pirates, heaven help them come the finals.
Well, that's why I was a bit concerned as well on Saturday, as I did send you a text message on course, saying that we were nearly penalising you 2 shots each due to your slow play. And if that's the case that he's going and talking AKA Flanders to other people on the course and holding the field up, well, that's not really appropriate, Peter, and I'll be putting something towards the captain on that.
I'm just nervous for them. They've got it. They are 10 points and a massive percentage ahead of the field.
Oh, it's just like, it'll be like Collingwood not making the finals this year after being premiers last year.
But sure, they're going to... Oh, no, they're not going to make the finals.
Don't you say that? No.
Oh, Scuba. That can't be good. Oh, well. All right, speaking of the ladder, let's have a bit of a peek here, Matty. It's crunch time. We've stuck a fork in the Warriors and the Goblins.
Yes.
And we'll come to the preview in a minute, but it's crunch time for the Hookers. They've drifted. Well, I suppose they did well to hang in touch here, but it's still life and death for them in the next round. And there's still that logjam from 2nd to 5th as it stands at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. As you can see there, the Hookers 1 game out of the top 4, and with 3 rounds to go, every win's going to be crucial for those teams. And they've got a hard one this week too, the Hookers. They're up against the 2nd place Bullies. Said must win for the Hookers. Loss here, depending on some other results, could see season over. Last time they met, the Hookers actually had the wood over them. They won 206 to 202. Malsey, Jeff Evans, Gilly and McNeil top scored for the Hookers, while Rob Casey, Judy Said, Johnny Wooten and Phil Stevens starred for the Bullies. It was a high scoring match. The Bullies are currently on a 3-game win streak and would be keen to extend and secure a top 2 finish. Bullies should be back to full strength. You'll be traded out and Jen Ed will be back in.
It's a much better trade for the Bullies.
Yeah, not sure she'll be any good after a week on the cruise.
Any update on the amount of ings that she's ticked?
No, I haven't, but I am concerned about the strength in her legs from the cruise, and I don't think it's from sea legs. Hookers hierarchy will be hoping McNeil turns up this week.
Any thoughts on who might salute here, Matty? Because we know, as you said, it's only going to be mathematically possible for the Hookers to make the final should they lose this one?
Yeah, the Hookers have just got to do it. I think they need a little bit of an internal meeting with their power brokers there to work out what's going on. They actually have had a lot of, I suppose, participation from their players this week, because we know that, generally speaking, all the bullies turn up every week. So the Hookers need to be the same. So the three that missed on Saturday, Mickey McNeil, Bill Adams and Helen Powell, you need to show up. And then, as I said, like Jeff Evans pulled out and then rebooked in. So he's into the spirit of how it's got to be. So
who is the power broker of the Hookers team? Just out of curiosity.
That's the thing, there's no one that really stands out. Outside of maybe the ladies of the team, and Choco Royal and Gilly. But yes, someone needs to sort of take a firm grasp. Maybe Malsey. Malsey should sort of take a leap forward and get them going.
Maybe Richie Howes, the Jack Ginnivan of the Hookers.
But yeah, so it's hard to see the Hookers winning, but stranger things have happened.
Not many. The next match is another imperative one for the shape of the ladder, Matty. It's the Peakers 5th against the Crusaders 3rd.
Yes, another crunch game. It's going to affect top 4. Loss for the Peakers could see them drop out of the 4. While also the Crusaders are sort of 2 points ahead of them there, so even a loss for them, if the results go, they could slide out. Last time they met, the Crusaders pumped the Peakers 205 to 189. The Milkmen starred for the Crusaders, and Cliffy McCorkle was solid, while Lloyd Shepherd and the Flange dropped cord for the Peakers. Both teams will be hoping that more players turn up play this week, as it is a crunch game. Crusaders will be hoping Peter O'Neill to turn up, that'd be nice. Nina Snags, Xavier Boland, and then the Peakers I'm sure would love Soupy Collins, Marion Keskinen, Rob Stiglbauer and Digger James to arrive on the tee and ready to play. It's going to be all hands on deck required from all team members here if they want to play finals.
What's happened to the Bagman? He'll be the early leader in the Drake medal count.
Yeah, he's gone putridly the last 6 weeks. Not sure if it's the weather, whether he's getting a little bit old, making it a bit more difficult on himself, I don't know.
All right, the third match we want to preview, Matty, is the Warriors in 7th place against the last place Goblins. This is the battle for the Relevancy Cup.
Jeez, isn't this a good game?
No.
Oh, this is the one we're all been looking forward to. And it's all about pride. You can't make the final, so you are playing bragging rights. Last time you met, the Warriors won 203 to 195. This was the time DeFazio was at his strongest, firmest, best,
How old was he
39.
then?
I think that when he played then it was 139, and he had 39 points. Craig No-Show Connolly, he had 38. Best for the Warriors. I don't know, who do we have? Ian Burrell. No, he's not in their team, is he?
No, he's a
But
Goblin.
that just shows the
Well,
relevance of this game.
yeah, no, he's a Goblin.
What do we say? You can't influence the ladder. You can't influence finals. That's just go your hardest amongst each other. Goblins try and get a legitimate win for a change, because the win you had was a default. And Warriors, you will not want to be the team that gives the Goblins their first real win.
No.
Wouldn't want it at all.
No. All right, let's push on past that one, and it's another top 4 shootout between the top of the table nervous Pirates against the Tornadoes.
Yes, you could say match of the round. Pirates just got over the line last time in a high scoring game, 214 to 211 last time they met. Scotty Hopgood, Colliers, Bell and Ando top scored for the Tornadoes, while Scuba Hub, Flea Pollock best for the Pirates. Don't think Flea will be there this week.
No.
Still Vietnaming. Biggest match of the year for the Tornadoes. A loss could see them slide out of the top 4. This late in the season, you don't want to be out there, you want to be in. Win for the Pirates will secure minor premiership. The Tornadoes, they've got the potential to knock off this team, but do they have the belief in their team? We know the Pirates expect to win every week. It's a mindset thing. And I think the Tornadoes need to have that if they want to win. They need to have belief. Ando, believe. Believe.
Do you believe?
No.
I believe they can get it, because
No.
I think the Pirates are just starting to wobble.
Well, they have, like I said, they've got Ando, Warren Stevenson, Stewie Madden's been Bernie Reed's normally consistent, Scotty Hopgood out early. Colesbill's been a bit hit and miss this year for an all-port team player. Biscuits, my man Biscuits. Is this the time you shine, big boy? No, sorry, you're not playing this week, are you? That's right. So he's out. So
Is he already
he's
confirmed?
already out,
Oh,
confirmed
right.
out. The Sword, you need to another 43, and that could get your team over the line. Good
Indeed.
luck.
All right, well, it's coming down to crunch time. 3 rounds to go. Technically, we've got 6 left in it. Hookers are right on the brink, though, of falling out of it. Just recapping, the Bullies, Hookers, Pirates and Tornadoes are the teams still alive in the Survivor Series. We had Jeff Evans, I believe, from memory.
Yes, the Travis Matthew Polo.
Travis Matthew Polo winner, and the Mighty Bullies, the second week in a row. Another 2 balls. Go down to the pro shop and talk to Matty and Jilly. And is Max going to make a return this week, or is he?
I might have to make him work.
No.
Yeah, sorry about that. Wash my mouth out.
Anyway, that's it. Massive thanks to all our sponsors, but particularly Neville Richards, the leader in North Ballerine real estate, to be honest. So get around them if you need to think in that part of the world. Matty, thank you. I'm sure you'll be hearing from Biscuits and the Milkman again.
Yes, I love my Milkman. He's a good man.
And that's it for us this week. We'll catch you at the end of next week's round.
Thank you, Hazy. Good job. Well played, 25.